Jizzo! Tony Soflo did 22 years. Cheers! He's so proud of the time he's done, it's coming at his ears. He never shuts up about his 22 years. When he's at the mall, 22 years. In a bathroom stall, 22 years. Playing basketball, 22 years. He says, what's up, y'all? 22 years. He says, what's up, y'all? 22 years. Crap! We got into an argument once, and he said, don't you know I've done 264 months? Then I told him it's just attention that he seeks. He said, bitch, I did 1,134 weeks. I was like, damn, that's a long time. He said, wait till I tell you about all my crimes. I was shocked at the way he chose to fucking brag about it. I no longer even want to ask about it. Yes, oh! Why do you live in a shelter with 45 gays? He said, I don't want to, but I have nowhere else to stay. Life's hard after doing 8,035 days. What the fuck? Yeah. He keeps talking about all the times that he got in this shit. I said, I gotcha, but why you using different increments? I'm like, I don't get it. Why would you ever want to flaunt this? He said, by the way, you know I did my time in Florence. Fuck. Here he goes again. He won't stop talking about how he was in the pen. He said, listen, it's really not even your business, but I'll tell you this, if it wasn't for the witness, I never would have had to do 11 million minutes. This is sickness. I give up. He's really proud that he's a loser, a sexual abuser. Let him spend his life riding around on a scooter. There's no fucking doubt that he was really once a shooter, but while he was locked up, he surely took it in the pooper. Super duper. Uh-oh, Tony, where's your vape? You ain't no hero, there's no cape. Your motherfucking head's the shape of an alien from outer space. And by the way, who did you rape? Oh, that's right, your son's mother! You sex offender motherfucker! Tony Soflo! Let me explain to you something. You're just a lame who is frontin', and I'm a better man on my worst day than you will ever be, even on Theological Thursday. And I'm out. Soflo, you're a bitch. I'll get back to you soon. Peace, everyone. Venmo Bald-Sicilian.
Yizzo, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing today? What is it, Saturday? Yeah, I think. Member for 36 months, Sven Larson. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Let me see. Yeah, I'm late again. I know, Pat. I know. Fucking knows. Sally, Miss Can't Be Wrong, Nick Valente, BB from VA, Pat Travelino, Dave, Malik Irvin. No. He just keeps threatening to. Who knows? He might have already, but he keeps threatening to. So I'm going to call him out today. Michael Hensley, we love you more. Or did I already do that? No, I don't think so. Stipe, Larry Bicuspy, the Saxon, BTF Phoenix, RPMJ, War. Yeah, I wish. The other day I had a dream that I was late for a fucking barber appointment, for a haircut appointment. I woke up and I was like, oh, it's a fucking dream. Damn it. Did you, Pat? Nice. You want to share it with me? Oh, good. Do that. Sean Landon Clark. I don't even know who I shouted out anymore. Sven Larson. I think I shouted you out. I don't know. Ruski. Listening and kicking out. Christmas be gone. What? Oh, you're kicking it out. What do you mean? What the fuck? All right. Feel like shit again today, guys. I woke up feeling pretty bad, but I'll be all right. It's all good. I can't afford to be sick. Jane Creek, hello. Happy Saturday. The king of ModTube for 2,365,000 minutes. What is it? What? Where'd you get the number? Taking down Christmas decorations. Gotcha. We're so lazy. We usually leave them up till about February. You know. Bobby Berberian, a year. All right, guys. Anyway, last night I got an audio message from somebody, and he said, "Man, I'm listening to," and I don't even know if Soflo was on at the time, or if this was from earlier in the day. But the dude was listening to some Soflo show, and he said, "Oh, nice." There you go. I didn't realize. Yeah, not bad. I got to remember that number. Maybe I'll put it in a song. 2,365,000. Nice. Oh, my fucking head. Two to three shows yesterday. Bear with me, guys. This fucking shit. My left temple is throbbing. I feel terrible. All right. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to get my shit together here. Believe that. Might take a second. But okay. Anyway. Yeah. Get some tussin. Put some tussin on it. All right. So anyway, I hear that he's threatening to call the cops, and he's playing clips of me talking about Tina, and he's saying, "Go ahead, FBS, keep going, FBS, big dog, keep going." You know, and he's talking about basically he's going to show it to the cops or the lawyer or something like that. Now listen, bro, this is why I'm going to clown the shit out of Tony today. Give me a second. Tony, you are the guy that acts the toughest here. You are the guy that has been, you spent 4 years trying to convince everybody that you're the baddest motherfucker on here, that you're a super tough guy, that nobody can beat you, that everybody will run from you, that you can punk people. And what you've proven over the last few weeks, and this goes to show any of you motherfuckers from now on that try to say, "Oh, FBS will talk about anybody except for Soflo." No. It's the other way around. Soflo will talk about me, but he's scared to death of me at the same fucking time. If you can't see that, I don't know what BB, but I'm gonna today because chances are that's what it is. I'm gonna what was I gonna say? Oh, if you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. But the fucking guy, he picks a fight with me, and then as soon as I start talking about him, he starts threatening to go to the fucking police. Who else does he do that with? You know what I mean? I talk about him, I talk about Tina, he's gonna go to the lawyer, he's gonna go to cops. So it was never me that was worried about him. He knows goddamn well he can't hang with me on here. He can't. Verbally, I'll destroy him. And that's why he goes right after family, because that's all he knows to do. You know, he figures he'll start a fight with you and then he needs a way to stop it. So, how many times has he pushed back the date that he's going to dox people's jobs and everything? He just keeps pushing it back because he's hoping that I'll just stop. But he knows when the date gets here and nothing happens, you know, I'll keep going. So in a few days, he'll say, I'll give you to January 10th, big dog. And then, you know, whatever it is. And that stuff, again, Tony, you do that. Do whatever you want. Dox people's jobs. And then when you take me to court or call the cops on me, I'll use that. I'll say, how much am I supposed to take from this fucking guy? He doesn't stop. He's been attacking my family 4.5 fucking years. But I'll tell you this, I'm not going to the cops. I'm not going to no lawyer. If somebody in my family, if you fuck with them and they decide to, that's fine. But I'm not doing any of that shit. I'll fight you all fucking day, Tony. All day. You know, and Tina, I want you to hear this, bitch, because this is what I'm saying right now. Okay. I'll stop talking about family as soon as he does. Not until he does. So as long as he's still talking about family, I'm going to still talk about him. And there will be no peace agreements. Fuck that. I'll agree to stop talking about family, but I'm still going to go in on you every fucking day, Tony, because you deserve it. You deserve it. I fucking had it with you. I've had it. You're a pussy. You are. You're fucking last night, Mr. Tough Guy. Oh, I used to shoot machine guns and blah, blah, blah. Well, sorry, I mixed that up with Tony Pete's accent. Big dog. Yeah, now, keep going, FPS. Keep going, big dog. I'm going to bring it to the police. Yeah, of course you are. Or you'll have Tina do it, so you could have some deniability. I didn't do it. I just, she decided to go to the police. The weakest shit I've ever heard. Tony called me one time. We were arguing on the phone, and he said, "Are you saying I'm a rat because I took Tina to the police station to file a police report?" I said, yes, that's what I'm saying. Absolutely, without question. Yeah. What do you mean? If that's the rules we're playing by, that if you in any way, shape, or form talk to law enforcement about anyone or try to get anyone hemmed up, then yes, you are a rat. No doubt about it. You can call me one all day. I don't give a fuck. If I call the cops or the FBI, I'll come right on here the next day and tell everybody the whole story. I don't care. You'll do it and then try to fucking deny it. You'll try to convince people that no, it wasn't really me. It was Tina. I just went with her and I supported her through the whole thing. Like, bro, she's calling the cops on people that are fucking with you. Nobody was just harassing Tina to harass Tina. Nobody just sought her out and said, "I'm going to go after this fat bitch now." No. You started fucking with people and going after their families. So people said, "Okay, I'm going to start fucking with Tina." That's the way this works. And if you were ever to, try to sue me or any corny shit like that, a restraining order or get charges pressed on me, bro, there's a million fucking people that would fucking speak up for me and say, this is what this fucking guy's been doing. And we got video clips and audio and everything else to back it up. You're an animal. I'm allowed to stand up for my fucking family and verbally, as long as I'm not slandering anybody to the point where it costs them money or it does some sort of damage to them. There's nothing you could do. Bro. Nothing. And I told you, if I were to do anything crazy, you wouldn't know I'm doing it. I wouldn't come on here and do it. So I don't know what it is. This guy, I just want to point out what an insane pussy, a coward he is. A fucking coward. Because any type of tough guy would be like, no, I'll just fight it out. You know what I mean? If I go after his family, he's going to go after mine. And this is the way it's going to be. But no, you decide. You called my wife out a couple of weeks ago. You said, when I wasn't even talking about you, you said something to the effect of FBS don't want no smoke or something because he knows what I'll do. You were talking about Shanna's information because you always say that. You're always threatening to drop Shanna's information. Then a few days later, you outright said it. I'll tell everybody where Shanna works, big dog. You're threatening my wife. You're threatening her livelihood. I have every fucking right to stand up to you. But the problem is that's what you do. You're a fucking bully. You're a weak pussy bully who's tough behind a keyboard. So you fucking bully people. And then when they come back at you and give you a taste of your own medicine, you're sitting here telling everybody you better not do that anymore because I'm going to the police. Fucking bitch. You're no tough guy, bro. I'm telling you, everything I ever said, I take back. I beat the brakes off you. I guarantee it. Because you're I don't even think you could fight, to be honest. I don't even think you could fight. I have a feeling you're the type of guy that always, ran for a gun. And then even then, you weren't shooting to hurt anybody. You're just shooting in the air and shit. Guarantee it. Because you never shot nobody, right? So, I think you're a pussy all the way around. I think you push people's buttons until they can't take anymore. And then when they come back at you, you start yelling about lawyers and cops, which is funny because that's what you used to make fun of people for when they did that to you. when they would, send you a cease and desist order or talk about sending you one or doing something, calling the cops, Josie getting a restraining order on you, all this stuff. You like to terrorize people's families and you think you should just be able to get away with it. Your theory on all this shit is, well, if he talks about me, I should be able to destroy the lives of his family members. No, Tony, I will destroy the lives of your family members first. Believe me. Believe me. Tony is not a smart guy. You're not smart, Tony. You're not strategic. You don't know shit about Sun Tzu or the art of war, Machiavelli, or any of that shit. You're not a deep thinker. You're not a critical thinker. You can't plan anything right. You don't know how to do anything. I'm a motherfucker that will sit here for days and just fucking plan out and strategize and try to figure out exactly what I'm going to do to make you motherfuckers pay, you and everybody around you. Believe me. The one thing I can focus on is revenge. No, he can't, Mike, because a guy who could hang with me would just fight with me, would just talk about me. You know what I mean? I could just talk about him all day. I never have to talk about Tina's fat ass. I never have to talk about anybody else in that family. But as long as you talk about mine, I'm talking about yours. That's it. Bottom fucking line. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. It'll never stop. So that's the only thing I'll say, and I'm saying it for legal reasons, of course. Tina, I'm telling your scumbag husband right now, if he stops talking about my family, I'll stop talking about you and yours. But if he doesn't, I won't. But I will not stop talking about him. No fucking way. There's no need. I don't have to. Then he takes what you just said, and I got to fucking, you ever get like when you're sick, there's like an itch in your nose and you feel like you constantly have to sneeze? Then he takes what you just said and threatens to case you up. No wonder they all left him to fight on his own. Yeah, I know. I know. He's a fucking clown. He's a clown. Cops. He's going to call the cops. What a bitch, bro. Call the cops for people picking on you. And here's the fucking solution, you dickhead. If you don't like what I'm saying about Tina, very simple. Stop talking about my family. That'll get back to me. And then I'll stop talking about yours. But if you're coming in here and other chats and you're dropping my family's names, I'm still going to come after you, bro. It doesn't, you know what I mean? I'm going to come after Tina and everybody else too. Legally, of course. So, that's the problem with Tony is he has to try to get back at you. So he'll make innocent people pay, or he'll try to, except, this has all been worked out, Tony. You're not going to get anybody in trouble. Nobody's getting fired. Nobody, except for maybe Tina. That's it. I'm not worried about you, bro. Neither is anybody else. Nobody gives a fuck. You heard my stepson and Shanna the other night? That's how everybody feels. Nobody cares. They're tired of you. You're a fucking terrorist. You're a terrorist. Never did I start speaking about Tina first, you scumbag. Never, ever, ever. And you know the result of when you talk about my family. You know what's going to happen, and so does she. So to leave it to a pussy, you pick a fight, and then when you get punched in the fucking face, you run around fucking pissing and moaning and crying victim. That's what you do. That's what you do. Fucking bitch. All right. Soflo is the second biggest coward on here. Second? Who's the first? Oh, I know who you think is the first. Yeah. Sally, $5 Saturday match. Thank you, Sally. Yeah, guys, if you wouldn't mind matching Sally, she is one of the biggest sponsors of this show. I really need some donations today, guys. Let's make it happen. Oh, yeah. What's this? I'm turning on my thing here for all the cash apps that are about to be coming in. What is this about? This motherfucker. Wait a minute. Let me read this and get this. You talk about you're gonna call the FBI as Antonio Mendez or something. Did I understand that correctly? Every time you talk about the FBI, you talk about Antonio Mendez. I mean, that's the name he caught the felony case under, or the federal case under. But why would you? I mean, that would make it even stupider to do that. Why would you do that? But it don't matter. I mean, they know you as Jorge Orlando Espinoza. You can't get over on the fucking government. But why would you? I don't even understand the strategy there, but it's just he's stupid. He's just a dummy. He's a dummy. BB from VA, $4.99 super sticker. Thank you, BB. I appreciate you. Call the Popo. Yeah. That's what he does. EB Tony, I am not suggesting anything of the sort. But that's listen, we've been seeing this shit for years from this guy, but only I can drive him to the point where he starts humiliating himself, talking about calling the FBI after calling people cop callers and rats and every fucking thing else. I mean, holy shit, bro. I got you beat so fucking bad that you're the only thing you're even talking about as far as revenge really is going to the feds on me or the police. You know, I got you beat so fucking bad, you don't know what to do. Now you're trying to scare me. You tried to scare me with you're going to drop my family members' information. You tried to scare me with that. Now you're trying to scare me with you're going to go to the police. I am not a dumb guy, Tony. I know the law. Nothing I've done on here breaks the law. Not criminal law, not civil law, nothing. There's nothing I've done on here that you could sue me for, get a restraining order on me for, or case me up for. Nothing. I haven't broken the law, fuckface. That's another reason it's so desperate. At least if I did something really bad, he can say, well, maybe we'll go to the cops. You're going to call the cops on what? Because you're getting picked on? Well, you shouldn't start fights, fuckface. You should. For some reason, this dumb motherfucker thought that this time around he could just fuck with me and I would just stick to doing Tony Pizza videos or something. No, bro. I've been waiting for you to do this. I've been waiting for you to do this. Believe me, I have been. Now that everybody in my family is to a point where, you know, they switch jobs and everything else, you're not going to hurt anyone. You're not going to be able to. And nobody gives a fuck anymore, even if you did know where they worked and called or did whatever. Because like I said, they have that report. They have everything they need. This is not like when we first fought and you started doing it. It was a different situation. Now, I don't give a fuck, bro. And neither does anybody else. You know, so I've been waiting for you to pick a fucking fight. I knew you'd be the dummy to do it. I knew you would be the dummy to do it. You know, you got to give Angel credit for one fucking thing. And believe me, I wasn't trying to pick a fight with Angel. If I was really trying to pick a fight with her, I would have done something that she couldn't ignore and would have to come back at me for. But for a while there, me criticizing her because of Jim and all that shit, she didn't talk about me. You know what I mean? She didn't talk about it. You got to give her credit for being smart, at least for that. At least for that. You know, if there's one person who is going to fuck everything up, it was Tony Soflo. He can't get anything right. He can't. Some people, Tony, when they leave you alone, your best bet is to not even mention them anymore. Because you know, especially me, because I'll demolish you every time. So when I do you the favor of letting you off the hook, you should just keep my name out of your fucking mouth altogether. You know, you really should, but you don't learn. You're a stupid motherfucker. That's why you kept going to prison in your life over and over and over, because you don't learn lessons. You're incapable of learning. You're a fucktard. You're a Cuban fucktard. That's all there is to it. I think you wouldn't raise his hands to BK because he knows he would get his ass whooped. What do you mean? You think Soflo wouldn't have raised his hands to BK? Yeah, I don't know. The FBI would do absolutely nothing. You haven't done a criminal thing. You're exercising your First Amendment rights. Yeah, bro, this is the internet. This is the internet. Look at Tina with her diarrhea. Okay, she went to the fucking police station because she had diarrhea. She had the shits, the squirts. Okay, she had bubble guts and mud butt. Okay, she went to the fucking police station and she started crying about her diarrhea. And what did they tell her? Go to YouTube. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. This is YouTube, bro. If the cops cared, if the FBI cared about this shit, they'd fucking probably 3,000 YouTubers a day would be criminally charged. They don't give a fuck. This is what the whole fucking YouTube is about. Probably the majority of channels are just people talking shit about other people. That's even the biggest YouTubers do it. The biggest. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. And part of it is because of that, yeah, that First Amendment right, dickhead. People can say whatever the fuck they want. She squirt. If you're not putting anybody in harm's way, if you're not inciting violence, if you're not slandering somebody to the point where it's causing them, some sort of a financial damage or something, there's nothing that could be done, bro. Because you'd be in jail 500 times already since you started YouTube, if that was the case, So, that's why he keeps mentioning Antonio Mendez and authorized to make people think he has government connections. Oh, that's why he keeps saying it. Well, who the fuck knows? I mean, that would sound to me like he's an informant, right? If he would use the name Antonio Mendez, and that's the name he caught the federal case under. What is he? Is he an active informant? What kind of connections does he have in the FBI? And I know he has alluded to, having some sort of government connections, but I just don't believe it. I think the only reason he wasn't deported is because he's lucky. I mean, I don't think he has any connections. And believe me, if he did, he would have told me. But you know that. He can't keep his fucking mouth shut. A phone conversation with Soflo is torture. It's like Chinese water torture. Okay, you just fucking you have no choice but to sit there and just listen to this lunatic ramble. You don't get a word in edgewise. That desk officer at the police station should have handed her Imodium and told her to get the fuck out. Yeah, get out of my police station, bitch. Get to the nearest toilet. Stop reporting people for bullshit. And I got the call, guys. I got the call where he says we already got the police report. Give me a second. Maybe I'll play it for you. Hold on. This is when they went to the police station on Chicago Muscle, or who they thought was Chicago Muscle. The diarrhea video. He's got a fucking police report from that visit, and he says it. I don't know if I'll be able to find this. Give me a second. I found it the other night. Oh, I know where it is. Yep, I will be able to find it. Oh, I feel terrible. Jesus fuck. Hold on, guys. You have a report about saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course. Yeah, because the cops come to your house. I will tell you this: last night, me and my girl went out there smoking in Jordan. That's by I'm very peculiar, man. Yeah, bro. They've been. Yeah, my mom told me a couple. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow we go to the police station. Yeah, we do that. We go there and we do that. Hey, oh, this is what's going on. These people do that and explain to them this is what's going on here. We already got a police report. Remember, we got a police report too from the dude. That's you can't do it like that, bro. That ain't station or anything like that because what you don't want is you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're going to the police station tomorrow. We already got a police report. So that was what? That was 2 times. So he got a police report and he's going to the police station for another police report. So guys, when I tell you that this was a regular thing for them, yet he hasn't told you. See, he'll go to the cops and if nothing comes of it, he won't tell anybody because he doesn't want it. That's like another strike. Like, oh, you went to the cops again. And if nothing comes out of it, you look like the asshole. But bro, it was like a bi-weekly thing. Every 2 weeks, this motherfucker's telling me they're going to the police on somebody. This is what they do. And he uses Tina to do it. And for good reason, not because he doesn't want to be the one filing the report, but because he's him. You know what I mean? The police are going to look into his shit and be like, hold on, you're the victim of some shit like this? Okay. Yeah, something doesn't seem right there. And they're not going to want to help a guy like that. See, guys will use their women because, women usually they have no criminal backgrounds. They're, they know how to turn on the charm and all that. And they seem like innocent victims. And the police will be more inclined to help them than a fully grown man, especially a full grown man with fucking, 8 million different criminal charges on his fucking record going back 40 years. Okay. 40 what? 2 years, 43 years, damn near. So that's just the fact of the matter. That's why Tony does what he does and he uses Tina, because nobody's going to take him seriously. The police, you think they're going to try to help him? Yeah, scare people off. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yizzo, a fat ball Sicilian original. Yo. So slow blow, happy hopeless hobo, no dough, Soflo, who hangs with homeless homos, no style, no class, no talent, he's got no flow, and if you ever need him, you can bet he'd be a no-show, no money, no jewels, no car, and he's got no clothes, tweaking all day, is it coke or is it no dose, can't afford a thing, he ain't got shit because he's so broke, no integrity, no spinal balls, and he wants no smoke, I hate that motherfucker, I wish he'd eat a dick and go choke, and you should never fuck with me, cause as you know, I'm no joke, a 60-year-old maggot who cares for no one but himself, a tipsy weirdo faggot who shoots up and ties off with his belt. He's a ripper, raper, a phony and a faker. Can't wait until the day this fucking punk can meet his maker. So if you haven't got the point, Soflo is a bitch. Telling on people on YouTube, yep, Soflo is a snitch. Bragging all day that he's done 22 years. By 12 o'clock noon, he has like 22 beers. He's a useless individual, a ruthless fucking criminal, a stupid fucking animal. He should be locked up in a zoo. And if you ride with him, you should be fucking locked up too. So slow blow, happy hopeless hobo, no dough, Soflo, who hangs with homeless homos, no style, no class, no talent, he's got no flow, and if you ever need him, you can bet he'd be a no-show, sits around all day and fucks around on YT, a professional victim asking everybody why me, there's nothing with his time, just fucking winds as far as I see, obsessed with FPS, wishing he could be just like me, cause I run mob tube and he's the motherfucking fakest, pretending to believe in God, he's really just a sadist, thinks he can just abuse us and we should fucking take this, but what should we expect from a motherfucking rapist?
All right. It's a good question at the end there. What should we expect from a motherfucking rapist? Tom Sheehy, 20-pound super sticker. Thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. Let me see. All I need is food and some Pepto-Bismol, madam. Yeah. Fuck, you gotta get Tina that diarrhea medicine. I mean, what an embarrassing thing. And Tony, you put her in that position. Now, see how Tony throws her under the bus? Listen, man, I'm telling you right now. And this is why I said, I'm not telling anybody to call the cops, period. I'm not encouraging anybody to. If they decide to, if he fucks with anybody in my family, and they probably will decide to, they'll do it on their own. The reason I won't encourage anybody, I don't want no parts of that. First of all, it's just words. Secondly, you put them in a position now where they have to go to the police station. All right? They have to go to the police station and file a fucking report on some animal. And they'll be caught on body camera and every other type of camera, and then people could do FOIAs and all types of shit. You next thing you know, you wind up on fucking YouTube talking about your diarrhea. You know what I'm saying? It's you put her in a position to be humiliated. You put her out there like you don't want to go to the police, but you want the police called. So Tina, you do it. You just push her fat ass out there. You get a forklift and you push the fat bitch, right into the police station. That's what you do. You throw her under the bus for everything. You make her, she's basically behind the scenes fighting your battles for you. You know, and I know it, Tony, because I've heard you, motherfucker. I've heard you. You've told me about this, that's exactly what you always plan on doing is hold on. Sorry about that. Anyway, you've told me a million fucking times how you plan on going to the police on people. I wish I remembered all the names now, but there were so fucking many. There were so many. Unbelievable. And in that same recording right there, you talk about Angel Gotti. You talk about, here, hold on. Because then people start talking shit. That's how it is. Hold on, I heard the sound. I don't know if you guys can hear this well. Somebody told me last night because I have the reduced mic background noise on. I don't know how well this is coming through. So here. I broke over there and you say, "Hey, bro, this is what's going down." Depending on this, that Angel Gotti lady, straight up. Once you mention Angel Gotti, yeah, you got in our girl. I got a YouTube channel here hanging out, bro. I interview cooperating witnesses. And they're upset about that, bro. They're just upset about the fact that I interview cooperating witnesses. You know, for real. Okay, you turn it to a cop. That's when he was trying to talk me into going to the cops on Angel Gotti. He's gonna be like, what? You said, yeah, bro. I interview see what he said? The cooperating witnesses. And they're upset about that, bro. They're just upset about the fact that I interview cooperating witnesses. You know, for real. Okay, you turn it to a cop is gonna be like, what? You said, yeah, bro. I interview the mafia guy, the Jimmy Kalenga, and these people are upset about that shit, bro. Yo, it's a real thing. Once you think about it, it makes a whole lot of sense because that's exactly pretty much what's going on here. You got these guys. You got these guys that are upset because we're cool with these dudes, and they're the biggest snitches and rats that ever existed on the face of the earth, big dog. You can't make this up. So, there you go. She's heard it. She's heard it many, many times. She's heard it. Is that the one that she said? I drift away. Did he say that was the one where he said Angel in the beginning, right? When he said about going to the cops and telling him Angel Gotti? I think so. Did I play that part? Yeah. This is him. He sits around and he figures out different ways to go to law enforcement on people. You know what I mean? Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. Street Guy. Yeah, okay. Tom, please, all I need is food. Yeah, we know. Tom ain't giving out no more loans to Soflo, though. He learned his lesson. I'd like to hear the arguments between Soflo and Tina. I bet those are some good ones. I've heard some. They get good sometimes. I don't even know what that is. What is that? He's also fraudulently using law enforcement to interfere with your rights too, FBS. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. But I'm the type of guy, like, I know everybody wants to be like, he's a cop caller. He calls a cop. No, I don't. No, you're talking about shit, serious shit. My wife being hacked by somebody in a different continent. And then we're being blackmailed with her information, social security number, everything. My getting jumped by 5 dickheads outside my house, the house where my fucking mother stays, and my wife, and my stepson, and my dogs, and everything. Yeah, I mean, this kind of shit. I ain't calling the cops on nobody for fucking. You talking about being picked on? Fuck out of here, bro. No doubt. And why is Angel scared of this clown? Because Angel doesn't want her family talked about. She hates it. You know what I mean? She just like everybody does. Nobody likes it. You know, nobody likes it. We've become immune to it, though. Me and Shannon were talking about this the other night in the car, and Shannon was like, you know, at first it really did bother me in the beginning and stuff, but it doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't. I mean, it's just the same shit being said over and over. Meanwhile, Shannon's hands down the most attractive woman that ever stepped foot onto fucking MobTube. You know what I'm saying? And she's probably the most successful too. You sound goofy even talking about her. If your fucking chick is Tina, you shouldn't be talking bad about Shannon. Believe me. Okay. But this is what this is what they do. They get desperate. They got to talk about families and stuff. You know. He if you knew Islam, I don't know who you are exactly, Islamic iDubbbz, but were you here when he went after Angel's daughter relentlessly for, I don't, at the very least, it was weeks. It might have even been months. Were you here for that? It was beyond ugly. It was insane. It was like fucking, you know, there's another recording that Angel heard, and so did pretty much all of MobTube, where he says on the phone that he's going to get a bunch of black guys on his show to say they fucked Victoria. Okay? So I'm telling you, it's bad. He's done some crazy shit. And Angel doesn't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? Especially, plus you got to remember, Angel is strategic to some extent. You know, she's fighting with Angela and all them. That's Angel's MO, is to team up with her enemies, you know, and have another, you know, pit bull basically by her side. That's what she does, you know, so. But if you think she gives a fuck about Tony, I mean, please. Not even in the slightest. I guarantee it. I mean, I can't speak for her, but, you know, I'm like I said, I'm a fairly intelligent guy, you know. There was times where I even kind of made peace with the dude just because it was just wearing on me all this shit about my family. Is like, you got to stand up for your family, you know. And sometimes that means giving in a little bit and saying, all right, I'll swallow my pride a little bit to protect them. But now it's at the point where you have to know with this guy, never give in when he's talking about your family. And I'll tell you why. Because he's going to do it eventually. Just get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. There's only so many threats he can make. There's only so many things he could do. Let him just do it. Let him shoot his load, so to speak. And then, like I said, it's a rope-a-dope. And then just beat him up relentlessly, you know? Because it's going to happen. That's what he's going to do. That's if he's got it in for you in any way, even if he doesn't do it this time or the next time, eventually he'll do it. You know, he'll go after your family. So, there's no point in even making peace with him to stop him from doing it, because, and once you do that, once you kind of back down, now he knows, oh, I could do whatever I want to this motherfucker, and he'll just use it, or I'll just use his family. Like, in other words, like me, he thought he could pick a fight with me this time and just hold my family's jobs over my head to keep me quiet. No. Wrong. But that's what he'll do. If he sees, oh, as soon as I start threatening their jobs, big dog, he backs down. Then he'll just, for the rest of eternity, whenever he wants to fuck with you or insult you or make fun of you or ridicule you, he'll do that. And then he'll follow it up with, and you better not say nothing, big dog, because you know I got that information, and I'll drop your wife's job, and I'll drop this and that. You know, so he's a coward. He's a punk bitch. He is. And this is what he does. It's disgraceful, but it's what he does. He's weak. I don't have to do that shit. You'll never find a video of me saying, I'm going to do this, or this, based on some information I have against you, and you better not do anything in return. No, I'm not a coward that just wants to punch you in the face and run away. I want to fight. That's what I want, Tony. I love it. I don't want to just be able to pick on you and you back down for me. No, I want to fight. That's what I want. What is this right here? All right. Oh, yeah. Is that okay? Good, good. Yeah, I didn't know that. I know, bro, it's not our families on here getting harassed, so I get why some people ignore him and why some people fight back. But I noticed the people that fight back puts him in his place. Oh yeah, he'll always lose. What did I do, War? What are you laughing at? He'll always lose. Anybody who goes after him, they beat him. You know what I mean? They beat him. I mean, I watch it all the time. He picks a. I mean. And he picks on he picks the worst fucking enemies. You know what I mean? Like, listen, his big threat with me was, I'll go after, if you do this. He used to hold my friends over my head too. So it was, if you do this, I'll go after Mustache Pete and Common's family. And that was a big fucking problem for me. So I would fight and fight and fight with him to stop him from doing that. And usually I could, but I sort of had to give something. You know what I mean? But even them, eventually they got tired of the threats and they went back at him. And I mean, Tony, you really think that me, Common Sense, and Mustache Pete are the three people you want to pick a fight with? I mean, people that are light years smarter than you and more clever and witty. And you know what I mean? Just like, are you serious? You pick us? You stupid fuck. You pick us. Why? Why would you do that? I mean, there's a ton of people you could pick on here that are not exactly, verbally skilled. You know, they can't really do much to you in return. But us three, geez, that's why the one time he was talking about Mustache Pete and Mustache Pete grabbed the link and jumped on his show and was annihilating him, he kicked Mustache Pete off because he can't hang with him. Are you kidding me? He's probably the most fucking intelligent guy here. So. And all of us who follow him are punks too. Let's fight. Oh, yeah. Back to chat. I'm sorry. I didn't realize the character you were playing. Yes. Let's fight. That's Beck's thing. What did I say? That's Beck's. What did I say? That's Beck's thing. Is that what I said? I hope so. Oh, shit. Yeah, I can't either. I don't know. Pizza's riding around in his Benz. Oh, please. Guys, why don't you donate today? Come on, man. I know Christmas just passed and stuff, but hook it up. I'm on here sick, entertaining you guys. When the donation's going to start kicking in? I mean, I got some. Yeah, some. I got $25, $30. But, make it happen. Pizza needs money for those expensive imported parts. Yeah. Is he honestly raising money already for parts? Because I wouldn't doubt it. If he's not yet, he will. Pizza needs. What's he doing? Fill me in. Is he asking for money? Guys, hit the like button too. Do me a favor, especially if you can't donate. You got to do something, right? Hit the like button. It's free. Everybody right now, please take a second to do that. Hit the like. I don't know, guys. I don't know where to go from here. I might shut it down. We'll see. Let me think about it. I have to drive today on the donut to try to go get my new tire. And believe me, if I get it, and I better get it. I just say that because something always goes wrong. My mood will improve greatly because I feel disabled without my car. You know what I mean? I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Pizza definitely looks like he's getting high. Oh, even if he wasn't getting high, he looks like he's getting high. You know what I mean? Pizza's just threatening to beat up everybody, literally everyone. Well, if I had a good video, I'd play it. Maybe later, though. I don't know if I'll be coming back on later. I wish I had a crystal ball to predict whether or not there would be donations if I come on later. I wish. But I might. It depends on what I wind up doing today. Which I don't think I'm doing much. I think we're planning on just staying home other than, me going to get my tire. But Shanna's in her glory down there. I got to show you guys her room at some point. The fucking room that I was using, leave it to a woman, man. When I was using it, it looked like shit. She got in there, and my God, it's fucking beautiful. I walk in there, I'm like, God damn, it's nice in here. I just want to fucking hang out. Get out. I want to sit in your chair and hang out in here. The fuck? Beautiful. Smells good. It's fucking, what'd you do? Yeah. Smells like Versace bright crystal in here. Do you? Nice. Yeah. Everybody should have a cave of some sort. This is mine now. I got to do a lot in here still, though. It's just so much stuff, man, because I still got so much of my mom's stuff in here. But I can't bring myself to touch those clothes in the closet. I can't. And believe me, I need a second closet. I've needed a second closet for years. I have so many clothes. It's absurd at this point. I have clothes everywhere. I don't have enough closet space. Sneakers, don't even get me started. But I probably have 300 shirts. I mean, I got fucking, I don't know what to do, but I can't remove those clothes from the closet. I can't. Did it snow bad where you're? Did it snow bad where I'm at in PA? No. Actually, I don't think it snowed at all. I didn't see a fucking single snowflake last night or today. I think it just rained, but it's freezing out. So like my Shannon just had to take my stepson to basketball practice, and he's at the school. He slipped on his fucking solid sheet of ice and fell. You know, that's a lot of ice out there. So that's why I'm scared about driving on that fucking donut. But what else am I gonna do? I should call Nissan roadside assistance and say, pick this car up and take it to fucking, to the tire place, because this is bullshit. My jaws are swollen from simping for Jorge. Let's fight. I love how everything ends in let's fight. I spent yesterday working on my art studio, my new place. It's exciting. That's awesome, Shyla. It is. Well, being in this room, I mean, this is like, like a typical master bedroom size room, and I'm not used to having all this room and doing my show. Like, as far as where I do my show. Before, it was like you could barely move. Now I got all kinds of fucking space. You know what I mean? I got all kinds of space. Got 3 windows. But there's still a lot of stuff. Me and my brother got rid of my mom's recliner the other night. It took me a long time to decide if I was going to get rid of that, but we did. And there's a rocking chair that my dad built my mom, probably before I was even born. And I'm going to put that in here. Yeah. So anyway, I don't want to get started on that. Donate it to the church. I know you're not religious, but they give them to people that are fire victims or homeless. Oh, you talking about the clothes and shit? Oh, yeah. Well, I already did. She had like 3 giant things filled with clothes. And I put them all in bags a couple of weeks ago, and I brought them to a donation box at a church up here. Yeah. But this stuff that's in her closet, that's the stuff she wore the most, like in the last couple of years, and some coats and stuff. I know it sounds insane, but I think I just want to keep it. I just don't think it's worth getting rid of it. I don't know. I think we all have this crazy thought that someday they'll come back or something. I don't know. Yeah, gotcha. This can't be wrong. I identify as a career woman. Do you, Casey? All right, guys, listen. I'm going to get going and go do what I have to do today. And I might see us back on here later. Like I said, over the, till the holidays are over, I might be on here less than usual. Even with my politics shows, I've barely been doing them. Yesterday I did one. I only did an hour. I always do more than that. So I'm just chilling right now, but we'll see. I might come back on later. And if anybody wants to encourage me to, you have my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. All right, guys. Thanks, Beverly Boys. Now I've created a bunch of entertainment for you because you can watch this fucktard try to come back at me. I love you all. And until next time, salute. Thank you, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I will. Peace, guys.